Hello Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Capricorn, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Capricorn, let's get started. How does Capricorn currently view this relationship? All right, Capricorn. So we do have the Page of Wands. We do have the Strength card. And then we also have the Ten of Wands. This Ten of Wands energy is an energy that I feel like you're releasing out of your life. Ten of Wands basically represents like a massive burden, something that's basically been weighing you down and are holding you back. But whatever this thing is that has been weighing you down, holding you back, it's something that you're doing away with. Now, this could be referring to possibly a job that's, creating this, massive burden for you. This could be a marriage, a relationship, friendship. It could be possibly even a family member for some, or family members. But regardless of whatever it is that has been creating this massive burden in your life, Capricorn, it's something that you're finally doing away with. Now that you're finally doing away with whatever this thing is that has been holding you back, creating a massive burden in your life, you're harnessing the energy of excitement now. You're harnessing the energy of feeling like you have a lot of things to essentially look forward to now that you don't have this massive burden in your life anymore. Okay, I like it. I'm also getting like an energy of you feeling 10 times lighter now that this massive burden is no longer in your life. But let's look at this person, or I guess, whoever decides to show up to the right of me. How does this person currently view this relationship? So we do have the Seven of Swords. We do have the Six of Swords, okay? We also have the Queen of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Swords out here. For starters, let's just start off with a simple fact that I don't necessarily feel like this person saw this coming. As far as like you doing away with this individual is concerned, I don't necessarily feel like they saw this coming, Capricorn, which is kind of interesting because this person does have the Three of Swords, so Seven of Swords attached to their energy. So it's just basically insinuating that this person like pushed you to that point, I would say, of no return. They gave you reasons, right, to get up and walk away from them and do away with them. But I am definitely getting, unfortunately, for whatever reason, they're very shocked and surprised by it. They're very shocked and surprised by it, that you're deciding to essentially do away with them. It's as if they didn't see this coming. But I don't know, it's weird because I feel like this person gave you reasons to essentially do away with them. But now that you don't want anything to do with them, it seems like this person's, pretty heartbroken, but extremely caught off guard. And again, it's just weird because it looks like this person gave you reasons, especially with the Seven of Swords coming out here. The Seven of Swords basically speaks of self-sabotage. So it kind of looks like this person did certain things in this dynamic between the two of you to self-sabotage it. But with the Seven of Swords to the Six of Swords, that creates an Ace of Swords at play, which basically represents a sort of truth as well as clarity and communication. It's kind of leaning far more towards clarity here, but since the Ace of Swords is missing, that's basically representing that there's a lack of clarity on their behalf when it comes down to like where they essentially went wrong. It's like they don't see where they went wrong. They definitely went wrong, but they just don't see where they went wrong, if that makes any sense. Okay. How does Capricorn currently feel? Okay, Capricorn. So we do have the Nine of Cups. We do have the Three of Wands. And then we also have the Lovers out here. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Pentacles. We also have the Two of Cups. And then we also have the Ace of Pentacles. Now that you've officially removed this massive burden out of your life, I do see you extremely excited about the future. I do see you, like I said, feeling 10 times lighter now that you don't have to deal with this person, all that comes with them. But I am definitely getting a fairly new connection showing up here for you. For some of you, you could be dealing with this person already, or you might find yourself dealing with this person very, very soon. I do feel like the connection in itself is going to catch you off guard, primarily because you're not really looking for love. It's not like a main focus and or priority for you. It looks like your future and the life that you want to manifest and create for yourself is, you know, your top priority right now, as well as your main focus right now. So I do feel like this connection, it is going to catch you off guard. You're not going to see all of this coming, is basically what I'm getting. But you and this person are definitely soulmates, especially with the Lovers to the Two of Cups. You guys are definitely soulmates. So when you meet this person, you guys are going to instantly hit it off with one another. You guys are going to find yourself instantly resonating with one another, and meshing overall extremely well with one another. With the Three of Wands coming out here, this person may live at a distance from you. I am definitely getting that for some of you out there. I don't necessarily feel like that's going to, like, you know, affect absolutely anything though when it comes down to this connection. If, you know, that is the case where this person does live at a distance from you, Capricorn, I still see the two of you building a relationship with one another and trying, you know, to make it work. So I'm not really worried and concerned if in all actuality there is distance between the two of you, because it's not going to stop you, and it's definitely not going to stop them, and it's not going to affect the relationship between the two of you. Now, if this person does not live at a distance from you, Capricorn, okay, because for some of you this person may live at a distance from you, for others of you this person may not live at a distance from you. When you do meet this person, you're going to find yourself feeling like yeah, you're going to find yourself feeling like, oh my God, like I've been waiting for someone like this to show up in my life for quite some time now. That's how the relationship in itself is going to essentially make you feel. Well, regardless if there's distance involved or not, I still see you feeling that way. I am getting that. But how does this person currently feel? All right. So we do have the World. We do have the Sun. And then we also have the Ace of Pentacles out here. Okay. Could be dealing with, you know, a Leo strongly, or you could have been dealing with a Leo strongly. But in regards to how this person is currently feeling, this person's perceiving you as somebody who is very determined to close this cycle out here, between the two of you. Now, here's the thing. The feeling is not essentially mutual here, okay? Even though you may be ready to close this cycle out between you and this person, they're definitely not, is basically what I'm getting. It kind of looks like this person still wants to like work at this relationship / dynamic that they once upon a time had with you. Ultimately, at the end of the day, they know what's going to essentially make them happy, right? Which is basically you and this dynamic, you know, between the two of you. But that's the problem, is that the feeling is not essentially mutual. It's like one of those things where it's like, what's going to make you happy is not going to make them happy. What's going to make them happy, it's not going to make you happy. Somebody's going to have to take a loss here. And it's either going to have to be them or it's going to have to be you. And if it is you, then that would be, you know, you just simply inviting this, you know, dynamic back into your life all over again. And it doesn't look like that's something that you want to do. Of course, you might find yourself having an all of a sudden change of heart, but we'll see if that even occurs. But let's keep going. For some of you, you might have a child with this person to the right of me. I am getting that for some of you. We do have the Ten of Swords. We do have the King of Pentacles. And then we also have the Six of Cups out here. Okay. So in regards to how you plan on moving forward, with the Two of Swords to the Empress coming out here, and by the way, the person that's in the Strength card is the Empress, so this is definitely you. It kind of looks like... it kind of looks like you're falling into an energy of like indecisiveness is like the best way that I could describe it as I'm seeing here. It's like you go from being 100% sure of this person from your past to like, well, what if this time around things will be different? You know what I mean? At the bottom of the deck, we do have the King of Cups. Okay, so I do feel like this fairly new person is this King of Cups like energy. Now, this King of Cups is somebody who brings happiness, joy, you know, fun, excitement, all of that good stuff, you know, in your life. And don't get me wrong, I do feel like you really do like this person, however, okay? It's like you're trying to figure out where you want to be. Because you clearly have somebody new, very, very interested in you, but then you also have this person from your past that's like not ready to like, you know, throw their hands up and just basically give up on you and this dynamic that they once upon a time had with you. So this is like the epitome of you trying to figure out where you honestly want to be. Is it going to be with this new person, or is it going to be with this person from your past? You know, I do feel like for some of you, For some of you, the main reason why you find yourself even considering this person from your past is concerned does have a lot to do with your history with this person. You're familiar with this person, you know what I mean? You guys have history, so I feel like that's one of the reasons why you're, considering this dynamic between the two of you all over again. I also feel like what has you falling into this energy of considering your relationship with this person all over again has a lot to do with the fact that, yeah, you had like your challenging and difficult moments with this person, but you also had like really, really good moments with them too. So I feel like that's another reason why you're kind of like considering on whether or not you should, work things out with this person from your past or not. All right, let's look at this person to the right of me. What actions will this person take towards Capricorn? We're moving forward. So we do have the Seven of Wands, we do have the Three of Cups, and then we also have the Hangman. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Nine of Pentacles, we got the Seven of Cups, we also have the Eight of Pentacles to the Knight of Cups. They don't, listen, we get it. You want to do away with this person and this dynamic between you and this person, but it looks like they don't want to do that. And it has a lot to do with the fact that what's going to ultimately make them happy is working things out with you. That's what's ultimately going to make this person happy. Another thing too, I don't feel like this person is trying to start over. Like, for the life of them, they don't want to fucking start over. Like, it's too exhausting is kind of what I'm getting. It's too exhausting. Like, dating for them is just too fucking exhausting, and they don't even want to bother with it. Like, they rather work things out with you than to essentially start over and start dating someone new and seeing someone new, and what's your favorite color, and what foods are you allergic to, and what's your favorite number, and what do you like to do for, they don't want to do all that shit. Okay, they don't want to do all of that. Like, the thought alone, they're just like, yeah, no, I don't want to freaking do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So this is like another reason I would say why this person, wants to essentially, work things out with you. Not only that, they don't necessarily feel like they're going to find a connection like the one that they essentially have with you within somebody else. I mean, you guys are very compatible to one another. I will give you guys that. I mean, you're showing up as Empress. They showed up as an Emperor. We have the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So, I mean, yeah, I think that you guys are very compatible, to one another. I think that it's very, rare, I would say, to have what it is that you guys have. I mean, like, look at this for perfect example. You're an Empress, but you recently met a King of Cups like energy. You guys are not technically speaking a true pair to one another. This to me feels more so like an energy of you connecting with your polar opposite. And there's people that connect with their polar opposites all the time. There's people that go off and start families with their polar opposites, and marriages with their polar opposites. I mean, it's not just because you guys are not showing up as a true pair doesn't necessarily mean that the relationship in itself can't grow or evolve into something serious. But when it comes down to like, this new person, I'm just kind of like showing you that what you guys have with one another, it is very rare. It is very rare, because even for you, you're meeting someone new, but they're not even showing up as a true pair. Like, it's more common to just meet somebody who's your polar opposite versus somebody that you're extremely compatible with. That's all that I'm basically saying. Not saying that you should go off and run off into the sunset with this person from your past or anything like that, because you definitely have reasons as to why you don't want to revisit this all over again. But you know what I mean? Like, it's your life, do what you want with it. But as far as like this fairly new connection is concerned, I mean, the fact that you guys are not showing up as a true pair to one another, I mean, you guys may have like one or two or three things, you know what I mean, in common. That's a possibility. Your perception of life is very different from their perception of life. Your goals are very different from their goals. I just feel like you and this person from your past, you guys are like, for the most part on the same page. I'll see things the exact same way. You guys work very, very well together as a team. There's a possibility that you may not work so well with this person. You know what I mean? As a team, you see what I mean? Like, you may not be able to finish this person's sentences, vice versa. You can finish this person's past sentences, vice versa. So, I mean, it has its differences for sure, but I'm not saying all of this to insinuate that you shouldn't pursue this new connection, because this new person is clearly going to bring things to the table that maybe this person from your past can't, it's a possibility. So maybe what this person from your past lacks, this new person has, you know what I mean? So either which way, the choice is entirely up to you. I mean, I can see why you're in a very indecisive place, because if this person, this new person, has certain like qualities to them that your past person doesn't have, I can see why you feel very drawn to them for sure. For sure, but I can also see why you're still feeling drawn to the past at the same exact time, and it makes sense as to why you're falling into a very, indecisive place, but a decision must be made nonetheless, on your behalf, Capricorn. All right, so that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped, hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.